Hi guys, it is February 19th. It's Friday and it is 83 degrees today here in Houston. It was just chilly outside the other day, but I am back to tell you guys the second of my story, dating a bachelor. For you guys that's just tuning in, please watch the first video to dating a bachelor before you watch this video so that you can be on the same timeline. And I want to thank all of my spirits and lights for tuning in, and everyone who's just found my channel. Welcome to my channel, and I hope that you will subscribe. Okay, now let me just give like a quick rundown. Going back to 3 stories before this. 1 is my anxiety, and 2 is being addicted to prescription drugs, and then 3, dating a bachelor. Well, and it all kind of comes together. Well, I was still basically taking prescription drugs when I created my online profile because I really wanted to find love and have companionship and maybe meet someone wonderful and have someone special in my life. I was lucky. I did find someone that, we both thought would be great to date each other. I was still on prescription drugs at the time that I did meet this person. My anxiety was still kind of overwhelming at the time. When I left off from the first story is I was trying to get to the special date that he had created for us, and I was very excited about it, but my tail stopped and gave a woman a ride, okay? And I did not make it to my date on time. She had to go, which was about an hour to 45 minutes away from where I lived at, which was down the freeway, the highway, all the way down across town, far from where I lived at and far from where I had to go for my date. I decided that I would take the woman because she was pitiful. She was sad and she needed help. And she was already in my car, okay? Once I got her to the hotel where I thought that she needed a ride to, she had all her bags sitting outside of the hotel. So because she seemed to be really disabled, I didn't even tell her my situation. I was in a rush. I needed to hurry up and help her so that I could get on my date. Well, I got out the car to put her bags, her bucket, her mop, her broom, and everything inside of the car and in the trunk. And she basically just pretty much stood there and watched me. She didn't even help me. I was struggling. I barely had strength to do it, but I did it. And once I got her in the car and she told me exactly where I had to take her, I started driving. Since I've been in Texas, I don't drive as fast as the people in Texas. They drive so fast that you will basically miss your exit or get into a terrible accident. And the accidents out here that happen are horrible because they are very, very fast drivers. I moved here from Virginia, so I pretty much drive slow. No, that day I became a Texas driver. I was trying to get to this man. I needed to get that woman out my car, okay? Now, once I got her where she needed to go, she pretty much was really, really happy. She thanked me. I told her to keep her money. I gave her my phone number, and I told her, I said, well, hopefully you don't need me, but if you're in an emergency situation, you have my phone number. And I started getting her things out the car. I put everything in front of the place that she had to go to. I was trying to get her out. And she said, well, could you hold on for a second? Let me just go let them know I'm here. I was like, okay, I'm just going to get everything out the car. I was moving, boy. I got everything out the car. And then I got inside my car and I started the car up. And she comes out and I'm thinking she's coming to say, thank you so much for helping me. I appreciate it, something like that. She comes to the car and she says, they said that I can't have the apartment. I was like, okay. Looking at her like, okay, what that got to do with me? What do you want? I'm gonna pull off. And she said, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Let me wait this truck go past. Okay. She said, well, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't have nowhere to go. And I said, well, just find yourself a new hotel to stay in. She says, well, I can't because all of the money I have is all I have. This is it. So I have to find me a place to live with this money because I don't have enough for a hotel day by day or week by week. And I said, oh, okay. And I said, well, did you tell them that you left the hotel, that everything you got, everything you own in the world is with you, that they can't work with you? And she said, no, they said my income, I just don't have enough income. And I said, oh my goodness, let me go in here and talk to them. So I goes in their office and I talk to them. I said, look, this woman is homeless. I'm just helping her out, but I have to go. I can't help her out. She's going to be stuck here with y'all in front of y'all place. Maybe y'all can give her a place to stay for 30 days and maybe she'll have more income, or maybe she'll just have to find another place to stay. And the lady said, no, I'm sorry, we can't help her. No, we can't do that. And the lady, I'm looking at the lady, she's looking all sad and everything, and I'm saying, oh my God, Lord, why would you do this to me? Why? And then I was like, oh my God, I was like, okay. I put her stuff back into my car. She sat into the seat, and I'm just looking at her like, and she about crying. And I said, well, it's still kind of early. Let's just go around as many places as we can to see if we can find you an apartment and they will accept what you have, you know? And she said, really? I said, well, I don't have no choice unless I leave you here. And she says, no, please help me. Please help me. So I called my friend. Now, I'm going to be honest. I called him on speakerphone on purpose because I just wanted him to understand that I was helping this woman out and that I was going to be there as soon as I can. Now, I assumed when I called him everything was going to be okay, you know, because the guy really liked me and I like him. He answers the phone. He says, hey, where you at? Where you at? And I said, I'm not in the area right now. I said, listen, I have someone with me and it's a woman that I picked up. She needed a ride. She needed some help. So I took her to the location she needed to go to. And the apartment, they said that she can't have it because she don't have enough income. He said, wait a minute, hold up. Do you know this person? And I said, no, I don't know the person. I said, but she's a really nice lady. She's right here. He said, what time are you going to be here? And I said, I don't know. It might be late. If I don't come tonight, then maybe we can make it for another day. And, you know, because things are so overwhelming for me right now. He says, no, I want to see you tonight. I have special plans for us. So I definitely need to see you. Then I'll just give me a few more minutes. Let me see if I can help her. We went around to 2 more places. No luck. Okay, so I decided to call him back. And this time I didn't put him on speakerphone. He started screaming. You could hear him through the phone. The lady could hear him. He was like, why would you pick up a stranger? Why would you do that when you had plans with me? And he was like, you know what? I'm done. You know what? I'm done. You disrespected me. You didn't take our date serious. I don't want nothing else to do with you. Don't call me. Lose my number. So I was looking at the phone like, Damn. Oh my God. This man just told me to lose his number. I called his name like 3 times trying to get him to calm down. I was like, listen, look, I know you upset with me right now, but let me just help this woman and I'm going to call you right back. And he said, don't call me. And he hung up. So I look over to the lady and I'm looking at her like, and she was like, well, you seem like a nice person. He's not the type of person for you. And I'm looking at her like, oh my God, I just ruined my chances of a relationship. I just ruined my chances with a good man. I was pretty much bummed out the whole time. And I told her, I said, well, you know what? It's nothing I can do now. He's done with me, so I'm going to help you. And do you know, next apartment I take her to, they tells me, oh, they have a program. They can help her. She's disabled. They helped her with paperwork. They got her into a place and they had, it was like income control because of her disability. That woman was so happy. I was happy for that woman. She said, wow, this is way less than what I expected to pay. Thank God for you. I'm so happy. I appreciate this. She was like, oh my God, you know. And I was like, well, I'm happy for you. And they told her that the lights were already on. So I helped her with her bags and everything. And I put them in the house and I left. And I had a long drive home. Let me tell you something. That drive was so long. Now I'm going to tell you what it did. On my way home, I tried to call him. I tried to text him. Nothing. Nothing. He would not respond. He would not reply. I was just really, really bummed out. I was like, damn it. Damn. Fine man. Good looking man. Oh my God, I messed up my chances. So, you know, I went home and basically I decided, okay, well, I'm done with him. He's done with me. I'm not going to call him no more. I'm just going to be done. About a week later, he contacts me and he tells me that he apologized and he truly loved my spirit. He loved who I am. He really liked me as a person and he just can't get me off his mind. It's like, yes. So he said, would you go out with me again? And I said, yes, I'll go out with you again. And this time I'm going to show up for the date. We went to like a festival and they had jazz music and plenty of food and so many different cultures of people. So I really enjoyed his company. We really seemed to really like each other. And he said, you know, I want to see you again. And I said, well, you know what? To make up for what I did, I'm going to cook for you. Of that, you know? And I was like, yeah, you know, that would be great. Now, when we went out on this date, he didn't really talk too much to me. He just basically kind of hold my hand and we just kind of enjoy being out in the open around people and everything just seemed really, really nice, you know, really, really good. And, you know, at the end of the day, he said to me, he says, well, I just want to apologize for the way that I treated you and the way that I talked to you, and I'm sorry. And I truly believed him, and I was thinking like, wow, I'm so glad that I really met this man. So I was thinking like, you know, I said, well, you know what? I'm sorry too. I apologize. And like I said, I'm going to cook for you. We'll have a nice romantic dinner and we're just going to chill and forget, you know, that what took place. And he said, yeah, I would like that. And he said, then we get to talk a little bit more personal. I said, yeah, that would be nice, you know. That Sunday, I decided that I would go to his place. He lived by himself, had no family, no children. He was all alone. So I was really, really, really excited and getting to know this man. It's hard to meet a bachelor man that don't have no baggage, you know, or don't have a whole bunch of women running around. And then he was so sweet, so kind, so polite, so considerate. He was just a sweet man. So I was just really, really grateful that I met him. Now, when Sunday came, I went to the grocery store. I went and bought some croaker fish. I bought some white potatoes. I bought peppers and onions. I bought some broccoli. Now, I also bought a red bottle of wine. And I said, you know what? Definitely going to make up to him because I truly like him. Now, after I went to the grocery store and I bought everything, I went home. I cleaned my house up. I cooked a little something for my kids. And I started packing up every single thing, like my grill, everything. I packed up everything that I could. I went home and started packing up my car with everything that I needed. And my daughter was like, Mom, where you going? You look so pretty. I said, I'm going to my friend's house. I'm going to be cooking for him. She said, what? I said, yeah. She said, Mom, you don't cook for nobody. You said you don't cook for nobody unless you married to him. It's true. Let me tell you something. I don't cook for no man unless I'm marrying him. So I was thinking to myself, this man right here is marriage material. And I'm going to hook him. My daughter was like, wow, you look so beautiful. I smell good. I made sure I look good. And I got my food ready. I called him up and I said, hey, are you ready for me? He said, yes, I can't wait to see you. I miss you. We have not got close enough to have intimacy. So I was just thinking to myself, like, are we going to just get a little bit closer? So I was like, yeah, I can't wait to see this man. Yes. So, yeah. Now, I will tell you guys what happened once I got to his house, how it went horribly wrong. It just went all the way wrong. Spirit was like zooming away. Man, I was speeding away. Do you hear me? You guys, make sure you tune in for the last story. And thank you for watching, and I appreciate all of you. Please thumbs up if you like the story, and if you like to see more of my stories, make sure you thumbs up and subscribe to keep up with me.